right, Jason. Well, here we go. We get to see this team on the field. And again, it's a bit blown out of proportion for every team because it's the one time that people can see them either in person or on television. And then they draw all the conclusions about spring practice in this one session that is 1 out of 15. So we got to keep that in mind.
Right.
There will be players that had marginal spring practices that make some plays during the spring game. There are going to be some guys that excelled the entire time and for whatever reason just had an off day in front of the fans. So I'll leave it up to you in regards to what you're looking for this Saturday.
Yeah, it's hard to, Mark, it's hard to pinpoint because there's so many different things that I think even the casual fan, or just maybe even the insider that's really looking at. And I think predominantly a lot of people always look at the quarterback play, right? I mean, that's going, and it's going to be no different with Oklahoma. There's a lot of eyeballs that are going to be on Dillon Gabriel. I think specifically because Oklahoma does not really have a backup with any type of experience, right? So Brent Venables mentioned in his press conference yesterday that that Dillon Gabriel will kind of be on both sides, so to speak. So he'll be on the red team and the white team, and the rest of the way they're kind of divvying it up is they're just kind of splitting the teams down the middle, and so that hasn't been really relayed to what team, what players will be on what team, who's going to kind of head coach both sides. But I think the way that Venables is, and which is the same way that many head coaches kind of attack this, is they'll designate a coach for each side, and then the head coach is either kind of just. I know that Dabo kind of did a little bit of a play-by-play with some of the announcers and just getting his thoughts, and so it'll be interesting to see what what Brent does with this first one. But yeah, I think initially there's a lot of maybe not questions, because I think a lot of people have a good feel for what Dillon Gabriel brings to the team, but I think anecdotally things that I've heard around Gabriel is really just about his arm strength is a little bit better than thought coming in. His accuracy is a little bit better. He's a little bit more athletic than people thought. So certainly you'll never confuse him with a Caleb Williams in terms of his speed or his movement. However, I think the elusiveness that he has is maybe a little bit better than initially thought. So certainly that'll be interesting to watch. Although you won't get a great feel for that in a spring game, as anytime anybody's close to him or he's touched, obviously he'll go down. But